Spreading all around my room, my world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video here on the World of Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Caleb Williams Chicago Bears career mode, franchise mode here on Madden 25. If you're not familiar with what this series is all about, basically, I got this idea from Click Productions, an NBA 2K YouTuber he's done series like this in the past on NBA 2K, obviously. So I thought it'd be fun to do this on Madden, but it's a little bit more tricky to do it on Madden because Madden's not that great of a video game and they have a lot of limitations on what you can and can't do in certain modes. So it makes it a little bit more difficult. There's not as much free reign as there is in 2K. But we've gotten through one season so far. Basically, it's a career mode of Caleb Williams following his career, trying to make him as great as possible. But also, we have the franchise portion of it is we have control of the front office here in Chicago. We can make trades, sign free agents, re-sign contracts, do whatever we need, draft players, do whatever we need to do to help the team around Caleb Williams to also help him make sure that he becomes the best quarterback in the league. So it's kind of like a mixture of both. Yeah, we only play the offensive moments because we're focusing on Caleb Williams, but we also have that say in the front office with decision making, whether it be a trade or free agency or the draft or whatever it needs to be. So that's basically the short and sweet explanation of what this series is all about. We already have finished one full season, Caleb Williams' rookie year. So if you want to go back and watch, if you did miss it, there's a link in the description for the playlist. You can go back and catch up before you continue on with this episode, which is going to be the start of season number 2 here for Caleb. We had the draft and the playoffs in the last episode, mainly because we got bumped pretty early in the postseason, which is a little unfortunate. I didn't think we'd lose that early, but we did. So we just made that episode the entirety of the offseason as well. We had a great draft. I like the people that we brought in. We brought in Barrett Carter on the linebacking side of things, along with Abdul Carter. We were able to get him as well. Now, he's not highly rated in this draft class roster, but he should be able to develop. He's got a dev trait. He should be able to turn into a good player. He is going to be sitting behind Quincy Williams for at least this season, or maybe a half a season if we trade Quincy. You never know. And then we had some help on the offense. We brought in Luke Lachey as a tight end backup behind Cole Kmet because he's better than Durham Smythe. So I like the offensive moves that we have. We are ready to go. Caleb Williams is now officially an X Factor, by the way. So we've activated his X Factor ability, which I think he's going to be running gun for right now. It could be bazooka, but I think it's running gun. So hopefully Caleb Williams will have an even better season than he had as a rookie, which I think he won Rookie of the Year. So let's try to get MVP this time. But if you're going to enjoy this episode, make sure to leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and let's go see how Caleb Williams' sophomore season starts. Here we are at the start of year number 2 here in the Caleb Williams Bears career mode, franchise mode, whatever you want to call it. And if you remember from last season, we started last year, I think it was like 11-0 or 12-0, something pretty good. We were undefeated deep into the year last year. I don't know if that's going to be the case again this season, but I know that it's possible. And here is the starting lineup for season number 2. The offense line's very good. The tight end core I like now with Luke Lachey. Wide receivers are obviously amazing with the 3 of them being Tyreek Hill, who we got in a trade last year, Roma Dunze, and DJ Moore. I did draft a wide receiver, but I think he's a low overall. So he's not going to be in the top of the depth chart. We've got DeAndre Swift, who was a stud last year. We re-signed Khalil Herbert to be the backup. And then on the defense, we've got Barrett Carter starting as linebacker number 2 along with Tremaine Edmonds. There's Abdul Carter. We've got Montez Sweat. We've got Grady Jarrett. We got Von Miller, who we re-signed. We do need to fix this defensive line, I think. I think possibly it's like right on the tier, right on the top edge of top tier. We need to get a little bit younger at the D tackle spot and a little bit younger on the edge. But for the most part, it's going to be good enough for right now. I think Tyreek Stevenson's good enough to start over Kyler Gordon. We also signed CJ Henderson in the offseason, so he's going to be here as just like a depth piece on the cornerback room. I'm actually going to move him up to number 4. Kevin Byard and Jaquan Brisker at safeties. We've got Quincy Williams, who we traded for, TJ Edwards. Obviously, Abdul Carter's going to get a little bit of playtime. I'm not sure what kind of moves that are going to be needed to be made this season. Obviously, we'll have to go through the year and kind of see who is a weak link, and does Caleb Williams need any more help? What's going on? What other teams are not playing very well that might be selling off some pieces? We'll have to see what happens there. But as we did last season, we're going to be playing the moments for each game and probably play 5 or 6 games in today's episode as we start on the road in Tampa, playing offense only against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We should have a better team than we did last year, and we started undefeated for a long time last year, so I'm expecting this to go very similar. All right, here we go. Starting with the football here to early portion of the game. And one of my big goals for Caleb this year is to not throw that many interceptions. You know, I like to throw interceptions. That's just what I do. It's kind of in my nature to throw interceptions when I'm controlling the quarterback. So I'm going to try to limit the amount of interceptions I throw this year, mainly for my own sanity, because I really don't like throwing interceptions, obviously. But also, I want Caleb Williams to be in MVP conversations, and he has to limit the amount of interceptions he throws to be in that conversation. So we'll see what happens. Last year, the combination of Tyreek Hill and Rome Odunze running the slot fade was pretty elite. So I would think that it's going to be elite again, and it might just be Rome Odunze down the field. He's going to have himself a touchdown, and that's the first touchdown of Season 2 in this franchise, or career mode franchise. Caleb Williams to Rome Odunze on a nice little slot fade. That's what I'm talking about, baby. And the defense. Now, the main reason why we were eliminated from the postseason in the first place was our defense just did not play well. It was almost like, I talked about this plenty of times during those videos, our defense, it seemed at times, wasn't even out on the field. I know that they were, obviously, but it felt like during the simulation of the defensive side of the ball, it felt like whatever team we were playing against walked down the field with no resistance whatsoever and scored whenever they wanted. That's kind of the vibes I was getting from this defense last year towards the end of the season. It was so weird because the beginning of the year, the defense was so unbelievably good, and then all of a sudden, the second half of the year, we just completely crumbled. We were still able to have a really good record, I think, be the 1 seed and make make the postseason. But I mean, it was an embarrassing way to get bumped in the first round. So it didn't go our way. But when do things ever go my way? Am I right? And I got to throw that quickly. It's going to be caught by DJ Moore. I went down on secure catch because I thought that it was going to be more contested. So I just wanted to make sure I'd catch it. I probably could have had even more yards on the catch, the run after the catch. But I wasn't thinking about that. DeAndre Swift is able to get the first down here. It's weird playing against Tampa because obviously we have that Tampa Bay series going on the channel right now, and the roster looks a little bit different than what this roster looks like. It's pretty similar, but there are some notable changes that we made to the roster in our own series. Like this team doesn't have Trayvon Walker. This team doesn't have a lot of different people. So it's kind of funny to see the difference. DeAndre Swift. Oh, I lost the tackle battle, but we do get the first down. And then, should I run play action? I'm not a big fan of this type of play action because it's only 2 routes that I would be willing to throw. So it doesn't give me much option here, but Tyreek is so good that he should be able to get open, and he will, and drag the feet. Good throw from Caleb Williams. Tyreek's been such a revelation since getting here from Miami. He's been so good. It's been basically an instant connection, perfect connection from him and Caleb. Was that offside or was that a false start? What happened here? It is offside, which is weird because I didn't think anybody was lined up badly, but offside called on Chris Braswell, and we get a couple extra yards trying to punch this in to the end zone, making a 2-score game. DeAndre Swift gets upended by Yaya Diaby, but he is able to get up to inches. So it's from the 8-yard line, 2nd and inches. Who's going to get this pass? We're going to motion Swift out, and I don't know who's going to get. Oh, I saw Rome, but I can't hit him now. Just scramble with Caleb. Touchdown. I saw Rome Odunze on the edge. I thought that he was going to have somebody, so I kind of looked him off. but then he just became wide open. But then it was too late, so I couldn't hit him. And the defense is starting to control this game, which is very nice. We got about a minute to go before half. Who am I going to hit on this pass here? The obvious answer is Cole Kmet, or not Cole Kmet, Romadunze, but he didn't get open quick enough. Swift gets open, so we'll hit him. We'll go with the drive, and if they press up on Tyreek, I'll switch him to a streak, but it doesn't look like they're going to do that. I still could switch him to a streak, but let's go underneath. That's going to be Scott, who still seems to find his way onto the field, and I'm going to call my first timeout here with 37 seconds. Don't want to have that accelerated clock kill me. Who is going to get open here? Probably just Tyreek underneath, I would think. He's got so much speed that he can outrun pretty much everybody. He'll get the first down. That ball came out, and the Bucks pick it up. I think that's an actual fumble. I don't think that he was on the ground. Tyreek got popped. And I guess I'll try to challenge it, because what does it really matter? Oh, I can't challenge it because it's under 2 minutes. That's right. Did he actually fumble this football? He was about to go down. Did that knee ever touch? No, that knee never touched. Oh, that ball's out. That ball is out. Tyreek just popped it. Or got it popped. That's unfortunate. So we won't be able to... Whoops, that's not what I want to do. We won't be able to score before the half, but the Bucks did. So they got 7 points. It's 14-7. Instead of being up at least 17-7, maybe 21-0, or 17-0 is what I meant. It's 14-7 because of that fumble by Tyreek, which I think that might be the first fumble he's had since he's been here in Chicago. I don't think he fumbled at all last year once we brought him in. He just kind of got rocked in a bad spot across the middle of the field. DJ Moore, he's been a big target for me today. I think that's maybe his fourth catch, fourth or fifth. And he's got his X-Factor activated. He's got max security activated. That's useful. As Caleb Williams slides down, scrambling up the middle. That was risky because usually when you run up the middle like that, you get caught immediately by one of the defenders, the defensive line guys breaking off of their block instantly. So it's a little risky there. Swift breaks a tackle. He goes up the field to the 38. Good job, DeAndre. That's what I'm talking about. Big dog. And maybe we can hit a little Tyreek. Yeah, hit Tyreek here. He should have enough speed to run away. I mean, I thought he'd have enough speed to run away, but he didn't. He gets the first down, though, and we'll go with a bunch shot on play action. This should be elite for either Odunze or DJ Moore. There's the handoff. I'm going to wait. Fire it in. It's Romadunze. He caught it. Maybe I could have hit DJ for the touchdown, but Odunze was more of a guarantee that he was going to catch it. So, got to hit him with it. First and goal from the 7. And if Odunze gets through here, Odunze touchdown. That's number 2 for Rome. All right. That is a big catch. That was a little risky. I thought that it might have got picked off there in the end zone, but we were able to hold on. And now we have entered the fourth quarter. Tampa scores again, so it is 21-14. All right. Looks like they're going to give us a little bit of a battle here as I barely got that football off. I didn't realize how fast the pressure was getting to me. I thought I was going to have a little bit more time there. That was close. That could have ended real bad. I probably should have went out of reach. I probably should have went with a Cole Kmet streak. I thought about hot routing that to switch it, but I didn't think he was actually going to get open here. And we do see Luke Lachey on the field. And there's going to be pressure. Can I get that to him? Luke Lachey catches it. He rolls 4th and 1. Oh, you got to be kidding me. The rookie almost had it. We got to go. We got to go for this. I know it's a little risky. We're up 7, but we got to go with the QB sneak. Vita Vea is right over the top of the center, but I don't think he can stop this. It is a little bit of a distance, 4th and 1, but I think Caleb can get it, and he's denied. I was wrong. I was absolutely wrong. But we get the ball back. Tampa didn't score. I thought it was a foregone conclusion that Tampa was going to score that touchdown and tie the game. But Tampa didn't score. Either they turned it over or they gave it right back to us on a punt. I don't know. But DeAndre is trying to ice this game. Man, I shouldn't have went for the QB sneak. I should have called a run play or something. QB sneak with 4th and or from the 1 yard distance is a little bit too tough, especially with a guy like Vita Vea up the middle. So I should have went with an actual run play. That probably would have worked. But it didn't come back to bite me, at least not yet. We're going to hit Cole Kmet. He kind of got pinched off the line there, but he's able to get up to the 3rd and inches mark. 15 for 18, 203, and 2 touchdowns for Caleb today, along with a rushing touchdown as well. So, pretty decent performance in his first game of Season 2. 3rd and inches, hand this off to DeAndre, and DeAndre will get the first down. Good job, DeAndre. And I'm not going to snap this before the 2-minute warning, so we will have all of the timeouts being used by Tampa Bay once this 2-minute warning comes and goes. We're sitting in a pretty comfortable position right now, but we can't get too comfortable because we got to make sure that we get one more first down at the very least. We got to get one more first down. I think Swift can do it. That's a really good start right there. 2nd and 4 makes that a manageable play. I thought he was going to be able to get it right there on that one run. It looked like he was about to. All right, hand this off to DeAndre. He goes up the middle. DeAndre down at the 41, so it's 3rd and 2. Maybe this is for the best because we're taking all these timeouts before we get that first down marker. And now Caleb's going to hand it off to DeAndre one more time. He's going to bounce it up. Wow, that's on me. That's on me. I thought for sure that he was going to go outside, so I went inside, but he went inside as I went in. It just didn't go. I picked the wrong direction. But we are just going to hit DJ Moore right there. Guaranteed first down, and that's pretty much the ball game. That is pretty much the football game. We will start Season 2 1-0, which is absolutely beautiful. Great way to start. And I might just sim out of this because we don't need to be in here, obviously. We're just kneeling it down. We'll kneel down again. We'll kneel down again. And that is the ball game. 21-14, the Chicago Bears start Season 2 with a victory. Caleb Williams, 2 touchdowns through the air, 210 yards, plus a rushing touchdown as well. Pretty solid day for him. Pretty solid day for Caleb. And hopefully we get some good XP for the boys. Maybe some upgrades. Jaquan Brisker and Barrett Carter get upgrades. Nice. I really hope Barrett Carter explodes into a great player. We do take on the Packers in game number 2. It's on the road in Lambeau. This is going to be pretty tricky. Packers are a decent team, but we're a better team. We should be able to handle this. Start the season 2-0. We have our first possession here in Lambeau. I think the Packers had the football to start the game, their first drive, but they didn't get any points. So it's still 0-0. Ooh, we didn't get DeAndre over 100 yards, so I think that snaps his streak of consecutive games with 100-yard rushing. But that's okay. We'll get him there eventually. We should be able to start this game hot with a slot fade. It's a little risky because there's a guy with an X factor that's caught 2 feet down. DJ Moore is him. Wow. That ball was thrown not intentionally, but intentionally. We're going to call it intentional. That ball was thrown intentionally behind. And DJ gets 2 feet down. He's toe tapping, ballet dancing, and he gets it done. And we might go right back to another slot fade. This time, it's Rome Odunze. Rome wasn't built in a day. And it continues to not be built in a day because Rome drops it off his hands. He made a good effort, though. Good attempt at it. But it's off his hands. Think about the first 2 passes of the game would have been slot fades to get down the field like that. That would have been pretty hilarious. DeAndre Swift gets a couple of yards. He makes it 3rd and 4. And we will go with maybe a little drive action here. And they're going to press up Tyreek. That's a mistake, usually. Although they're playing him pretty well. I'm going to have to throw this. It's going to be Scott. He catches it for a little bit of a gain, but they didn't really give me a chance to throw that to Tyreek, which is obviously what they were hoping for. I'm going to try it again. We're going to get aggressive here and go for this. Caleb's going to scramble. Caleb Williams has got room. Caleb Williams tackled hard. He gets down to the 16. That's the end of the first quarter. I thought about sliding, but then again, we don't slide. We probably should slide, though. We're going to hit a little halfback stretch with DeAndre Swift. See if we can do some damage. Handoff, DeAndre. Not great. Packers' defensive line might be a little too hard to run on. They might be slightly too difficult to run on, but that's okay. because all we can do is pass. I guess that's fine because we can still scramble with Caleb Williams. Run him over! Caleb Williams in the end zone. Touchdown Bears. I mean, Caleb's starting to look like Lamar Jackson out here. We're getting a little insane. Packers do put 7 on the board, though, so they tie it up as we go into the second quarter, deeper into the second quarter. This could be a shootout. This could be a slugfest, a slobber knocker. You never know. DeAndre with a good run. Let me try to slot fade again. Why not? Let me try that slot fade again. See if it works. Nope, it didn't work, and I was not in the pocket, was I? Oh, I don't know. I guess I was, but I thought I was out of the pocket by then. Intentional grounding on Caleb. Unfortunate. Absolutely unfortunate. But that gives us a chance to run some verticals with press coverage to allow one of our boys, one of our dogs, to outrun everybody. But that didn't happen. DJ Moore, go up and get it. He couldn't do it. He could not do it. We will punt the ball back to Green Bay. Tyreek's not winning off the line. His release is not very good right now. I'm expecting him to just absolutely blow by everybody, but he's not doing that. We will give the ball back to Green Bay, and they will end the half with no points. I thought for sure they'd get at least 3. I mean, they were driving down the field pretty good there. But they come away with 0 points. It's still 7-7 as we go into the third quarter. Cole Kmet wide open. He gets a first down. That's how you start a half. Let's flip this levels play to the other side here. Give us a little bit more space to work with. And might as well hit Cole Kmet again. Intercepted by the Packers. It was out of reach of Cole Kmet. For some reason, I don't know why that was off target. Nate Hobbs is now here in Green Bay. Wow, I cannot believe that was out of reach. That seemed... Oh, but the Packers give us the ball right back. This is not the slobber knocker that I was expecting it to be. It's 7-7. That's about all it's been. Caleb Williams is the first interception of the year. I didn't think that was going to be a bad pass. That seemed like just a simple throw to Cole Kmet. He was wide open. Or not wide open, but he was open enough. He was NFL open. But that just... He sailed it past him, and it goes right to Nate Hobbs' arms. Nate didn't even have to do anything, really. That one's going to be wide open to Rome Odunze. He's got a lot of room after the catch here. Good job, Rome. That's what I call a quality reception. 1st and 10 from the 44. We're going to hand this off to DeAndre Swift, see if we can do some damage, but the Packer defense is probably a little too stout. We're not getting a lot of motion with the run game. We got to figure something else out, which might have to be passing, which I'm not super opposed to, because we got some good offensive pieces. But I'd rather run the ball to waste time. I always like to run the ball to waste time. You know my plan. You know my game plan, my MO. Handoff Swift. Wow. Absolutely brutalized there by Kenny Clark. We could kick a field goal and go up a possible 10-7 score. But I want to go for this. Because it's wide open right here, Rome Odunze. So instead of having a possible 3, we have a possible 7 now back on the table. And I absolutely want to achieve that 7 points. I just got to find the right way to scramble with Caleb Williams. Throw me a block. Caleb Williams! Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He's a magician. He's an absolute, utter magician. Call him Chris Angel, because he's going absolutely nuclear with the scrambles. Hand off to Swift. Swift fighting. Tries to get to the end zone. He gets to the 3, and then he's brought down. I guess we'll try it again. It's a little risky, though, although the defensive line is begging to get run on. They have 2 guys in the middle there, and then nobody else. But Kenny Clark makes it difficult, and Swift is in. Touchdown, Bears. We take the lead back. Now the defense just needs to step up, and of course, the Packers hadn't done anything since they scored their first touchdown in like the first quarter. And then the moment we score, then they are like, oh, we got to score to tie back up. Of course that is. That's what happens. Whatever. If that's how they want to be, let them be like that. Because we have oodles of talent. And yes, we have oodles. We're going to check that down to DeAndre Swift. He's going to get the first down. If he can't run the football, we might as well let him touch it through the air because he's still a a game-changing type of athlete. He needs to have the ball in his hands. So we'll get him on a screen. Throw me some blocks. DeAndre lowers the shoulder. He did blow up one dude, but it got overshadowed by the other guy right there immediately to tackle him. And this is a little risky on a 2nd and 1 because they've blown this up in the past. But we're going to try it, and that's going to be a holding call. That's brutal. That's tough. That's real tough. It's Lindstrom, the highest overall on our offensive line, gets called for the hold, and we go back to 2nd and 10. Annoying. Very, very annoying. I got to throw that sooner than I wanted to. Scott's able to catch that. We get it up to 3rd and 4. That's probably going to take us to the 2-minute warning. And it will. So I guess all we have to do is really just get into field goal range and win 17-14. That's probably what I'll try to do. I don't really want to make any big mistakes here because I'm prone to do that at times. But I'm just going to check this down to DJ Moore. He's going to get across the 1st down line. I'm surprised the Packers aren't calling timeouts knowing the situation. I guess we're not technically in field goal range just yet. Maybe once we get this play, if we get into field goal range, they'll start calling them. But everybody's just getting bumped. Nobody's open except for down the field. It's Rome Odunze holding on, and now they will call their timeouts. Wow. The offensive line actually gave me a good amount of time there. I'm not used to it, so I didn't really know what to do. I thought about scrambling, but then I saw Odunze coming across the middle. I was like, I got to hit that. And he holds on for the catch, and now the Packers are desperate to use their timeouts because they know the writing is on the wall for them to lose this football game. We'll call this run, and they'll use their 3rd timeout. Great block by Lindstrom there. And we'll get up to the 4. I mean, we could punch this in, although I probably shouldn't because we've seen how fast the Packers can score, so we might not want to do that. Ooh, I almost went in there. That would have been bad. All right, so we don't go in immediately. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite me. It's 2nd and goal from the 2. I would be okay going in here if we're able to, but they're going to blow that up. Oh, Swift, he spun around it, but he doesn't get in. He actually did spin around that. That was kind of crazy. And we are now under 20 seconds to go in this game. I got to be real careful I don't run out of time here. I don't want to go to overtime. So we're going to give that to Swift, and we're just going to let this go down and then kick the field goal. I guess that's for the best. Kenny Clark, they just really stopped the run on those last couple plays. So we will go here, call the timeout, and win the game 17-14. Perfect. Boom. 2-0 start to the year. We go into Lambeau and beat the Packers. Caleb Williams, I mean, you can't say anything bad really about Caleb. He didn't have any passing touchdowns. They did have a rushing touchdown, but you can't really say anything bad about Caleb because he's perfect in beginning of the season. He's like the opposite of the Cincinnati Bengals and Joe Burrow. The Bengals start super slow at the beginning of the year and then pick up, and then we start super hot at the beginning of the year. But we begin the season 2-0. We will take on the Green Bay Packers. Are we finally going to have a home game here? No, it's 3 straight road games to start the season. That's kind of annoying, but we take on the New York Giants in the 3rd game of the year, and we should be able to handle this one fairly simple because it's the Giants and they're bad. We are here in MetLife to take on the New York Giants, and I'm hoping that everything goes to plan as the rookie Luke Lachey makes a big catch right there. I'm hoping everything goes to plan because that would be awkward if it didn't. Losing to a team like the New York Giants is not in the game plan, and that almost got picked off. There's absolutely no business where that should have got picked off. Thankfully, it dropped off his hands, but the fact that was even attempted to be picked off is kind of annoying. Scott is getting a lot of usage here. Maybe we should switch Scott out. I don't know. I forget who the receiver is that we drafted. I'm pretty sure we drafted one in the offseason. I can't remember who it is, though. It's been a while since I recorded that video, so I forget. I guess I should have taken a deep dive of the roster before we started the video, but that's okay. I guess I can check now. Who is the receiver that we drafted? I know I drafted one. A.T. Perry, no. Oh, it's Jimmy Horn Jr. That's right. Maybe we should switch him and Jimmy Horn Jr. Maybe get him a little bit of playtime. No disrespect to Tyler Scott or anything, but maybe it'd be better for Jimmy Horn to get some development. We'll see if he comes in those kind of plays. The handoff, Dexter Lawrence is trying to make a play, but he doesn't. He's not able to. He took a bad angle, and DeAndre goes down the field. I have a feeling this could be a game where we don't play much of the moments because we're winning by so much, but you never know. This could be a difficult game. Any game in the NFL, especially when you're playing Madden, is difficult. Anything can happen at any moment. Cole Kmet gets a first down. Good job, Cole. And this could be a touchdown if it's played right. We're going to snap it. We're going to roll. Just hit Luke Lachey. Cole took too long to get open. Lachey with the big catch. It's funny that I'm recording this video after the NFL draft in real life has already happened. So the Bears, we already know what the Bears took, and the Bears took Colston Loveland. And it's funny that I also took a tight end in my version of this draft, but it was Luke Lachey, who I do like. And Luke Lachey got drafted. I think it was the 7th round. But he did get drafted. I do like Luke Lachey. I'm a fan of his because I'm a fan of his father, Jim Lachey, who does color commentary for the Ohio State Buckeyes radio. So I'm a big fan of Jim Lachey. We're going to go underneath. That's going to be... Oh, DJ, I'm sorry that I ran you right into that tackle, but luckily he held on to the football. I tried to pull back on the receiver so that he wouldn't like run head first into him, but he kind of did anyway. Luckily, he held on to the football. Not a great route from DJ Moore. I needed that to be a little bit more precise there. But unfortunately, it wasn't, so it's going to go incomplete. We're going to go for this because we're trying to murder the New York Giants. And I have a couple of guys open. I'm just going to take the scramble. It's right there. Dexter Lawrence isn't fast enough. And we get pushed out of bounds. Good job, Caleb. What do we have here? Maybe a little run play with DeAndre Swift. The Giants should be fairly easy to run against. I mean, it's the Giants at the end of the day. Look at that, yeah. This could be a big day for DeAndre Swift. If it's going to be that easy to run against him. I mean, they didn't even have Dexter Lawrence on that play. He wasn't even out there. Final play of the quarter. We're going to hit Cole Kmet. He's going to get around everybody. Cole Kmet lowers the shoulder. Gets brought down to the 15. That's the end of the first quarter. Bears are in control here at MetLife. Fun fact, I actually went to MetLife Stadium back in 2019, but it wasn't for a football game. It was for WrestleMania. WrestleMania 35, I think is what it was. It was the one with the 3 women, Becky Lynch, Charlotte, and Ronda Rousey being the main event. I think that was 35. Kayvon Thibodeau gets called for offside, so that happens a lot, which I don't know why. Let's scramble with Caleb. He's got a lot of room. Caleb Williams into the end zone. He's becoming Lamar Jackson. I think it's safe to say he's a better running quarterback than Lamar Jackson. I think that's a fairly simple statement to say. And we're going to try another little fade with DJ Moore running it this time. I wish Tyreek was running it, but he is not the one running it, and it's not going to be open. I will send Tyreek on a little bit of a playmaker, and it's going to work to perfection. Tyreek Hill down the field. Oh my God, the playmaker never works. But this time it did. Caleb drops it right in the bucket. Tyreek takes it. He does the rest. That was a beautiful throw. Perfectly designed. We're going to hit Luke Lachey. He's going to go up the field. He's going to get dragged down at the 4. Oh, the boys are cooking. The boys are not even just cooking. We are absolutely doing gourmet food right here. We are cooking so much. And DeAndre denied at the 1. I thought I could just overpower Micah McFadden, but I couldn't do it. And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. But, oh, I didn't call a run play here. We might as well switch it to a run. Hand this off to Swift, and he walks in untouched. Another touchdown for the Bears. I might not jump in. Let's skip some moments here and let the boys handle the rest, or at least for a little bit. Giants get on the board. Okay. Giants have put up 2 touchdowns since I haven't jumped in. I thought we'd be able to handle it, but I guess I have to jump in here and save this game. We can't let the Giants be the first team that beats us this year. That would be very, very embarrassing. I thought I wouldn't have to do much. I thought I put up a 21 21 spot before they even put up any points. I thought the CPU would be able to just handle it, take control of the game. But apparently I was wrong. And it looks like Scott is still coming in. Is Scott playing in the slot? I'm not sure what he's doing. I switched him in Jimmy Horn, but he's still coming into the game. I barely got that away, and Tyreek Hill's able to catch it. And once Tyreek gets a handle on it, you're not catching him. It's a touchdown for Chicago. I barely got that away before the defensive lineman for the Giants made contact. And the Giants will score, but it's 28-21 with 1 second remaining. So they obviously onside kicked it and didn't get it. So it's our ball, and we will end this game with a victory. It's crazy how this game looked like it was going to be a blowout, and then I decided to give the reins over to the CPU, and they didn't do anything. They actually let the Giants get back into it and made it a lot closer. That's kind of upsetting. I thought we'd be able to handle that. But we get the win in the end, so that's all that matters. Gervin Dexter gets an upgrade point. Good for him. And we take on the Commanders, right? Yeah, Washington is up next. That hopefully will be our first home game of the season. We've been 3 straight road games to start the year. Finally, we're in Soldier Field for the first time. And the Commanders are 0-3? That's kind of wild. The Giants and Commanders are 0-3. The Falcons are 0-3. The Saints are 3-0. Eagles obviously 3-0, not surprising. Wow. I did not think Jaden Daniels and the Commanders would be 0-3. What kind of negotiations are we looking at this year? We've got Jaquan Brisker, Braxton Jones, TJ Edwards, Kyler Gordon, Quincy Williams. So we might have to trade Quincy because we've got his replacement, Abdul Carter, anyway. Kevin Byard could be a nice trade piece. He's still got a little bit of value. Grady Jarrett. So a lot of our veteran guys are starting to come up for contract extensions. I want to bring back Jaquan Brisker. I want to bring back Braxton Jones. TJ Edwards, Quincy Williams, Kevin Byard might all be trade pieces. I'm not sure. Haven't fully decided yet. That'll probably be in the next episode when we do all that kind of stuff. But we've got a game against Washington. They're 0-3. We're 3-0. It's the first game of the season at home. I think we should be able to handle this. Although, Commanders are pretty tough. Let's find out. We will start with the football here against the Washington Commanders' first drive of the game for either team, and it might start with a one-play touchdown. Tyreek Hill down the field, and the ball was not placed very well from Mr. Williams. Caleb, that needs to be a little bit better. It's Emmanuel Forbes over there. You can't let him embarrass you like that. That ball needs to be placed a lot better. Oh, that's an interception. No, it's not. Off the hands. Thank God it was a D lineman. If that wasn't a D lineman in coverage there, that's a pick easy. I don't know why Caleb did that type of throw, but it didn't work very well. And we're starting this game kind of ugly here, and that's going to be another. It's a 3-and-out for the Chicago Bears. I told you this team was going to be tough. They may be 0-3, but anytime an 0-3 team comes and plays me, it's always a tough game. Oh, I really wanted to blow him up there. All right, well, here we go. Did I not hit play the moments? Or, okay, there we go. I was going to say, did I not hit offense only? Commander's offense doesn't do anything. That first drive never happened. This is the first drive of the game. Let's actually run the offense properly and do the things we need to do. So, DeAndre Swift with a handoff. He gets 5. We'll go with a little smash return. See if that can do anything. Got a little smash return. Hit Tyreek. He's open. First down. Good job. What do we got next? Maybe, play action cross. Although I probably should have flipped. There's enough space. There is enough space to throw this. There's the handoff. There's a Dunze wide open. He's going to turn up the field, get a first down. Good job, Rome. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Let's get the handoff going. We've kind of neglected DeAndre Swift to start this year. He probably doesn't even have over like 300 yards on the ground. Broken tackle on the tackle battle. Let's keep handing in the football. We were very good at running the ball last season. I would like to be good again this year. But we just got to get DeAndre some carries, and that's going to be a great block and a good gain up to the 31-yard line. I don't trust the comeback routes. Not in Madden. Those are too guaranteed to be picked. But I could scramble with Caleb, although that's wide open now that I pulled him off. So Cole Kmet's able to get a few yards. I wasn't initially going to throw that, but then I started scrambling with Caleb, and I pulled the guy that was in coverage over to try to tackle me, so it worked out. Swift with the handoff. He meets the guy in the middle, but he wins the battle. Gets the first down. We'll go with a tight end drive because this usually works for Luke Lachey to get open. We'll see what happens. There's the snap. Yeah, Lachey's wide. He got rocked, though. The rookie gets his welcome to the NFL moment right there. Same exact play. We'll call a scramble. Caleb's got enough speed. Caleb Williams lowers the shoulder. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. That's a rushing touchdown in every single game this season for Mr. Williams. I'd say he is kind of on fire right now. He's better than Lamar Jackson. It's basically written in the stars. He's better than Michael Vick, better than anybody. Let's go with a little mesh flat spot, possibly. That could be pretty good. This could work to perfection if executed correctly, which I think it might. Look at the route by DJ Moore. The ball's perfectly placed. Big catch. Good job, DJ. We haven't seen many X Factors activated. We haven't seen Caleb Williams X Factor activated, that's for sure. We have to make consecutive passes for 5+ yards in the air. That's how we get run and gun activated for Caleb. So we'll have to do that. But DeAndre Swift is making it hard to throw the football when he's running like that. It's hard to throw the football when he be running like that. That is for sure. All right, so we're going to try to get Caleb his X Factor activated. It should be number 2 right there is the Roma Dudes that makes a tough catch. Real tough catch. Wasn't even sure if I should have thrown that or not. That's number 2 activated. Let's see if we can get number 3 activated. Durham Smythe with his first catch. I think that might have been 5 yards. Is Caleb Williams running gun activated now? Oh, it most certainly is. Caleb Williams has running gun activated. Now, the thing that will cancel it is taking a sack, but we don't care about sacks when DeAndre Swift does that. He scores a touchdown. We lead 14-0 over Washington, and we have the ball immediately back. Oh, my God, okay. The Commanders turn it over instantly, and the boys got the ball back. And that is a sack, unfortunately, so X Factor is gone. I was trying to step up in the pocket, and... Oh, it's not. What the heck? They didn't count that as a sack? Oh, okay. X Factor's not taken. I thought for sure that was counted as a sack. I guess it wasn't. Scott gets that. He gets the 2 yards back that we lost. Come on, boys. We got to capitalize on this. The defense gave us great field position. They turned over the Commanders instantly. We got to be able to capitalize on this. We're going to scramble. I'm going to wait. I'm going to fire. Cole Kmet! Touchdown! What a throw from Caleb Williams. He's getting too good. He's getting too good. Caleb Williams with a beautiful throw. And now we have a chance to score with 8 seconds left in the half. I mean, I got to try to send Tyreek deep, right? I got to see what'll happen. Tyreek Hill deep in the end zone! Off his hands. He almost had that, too. He absolutely almost had that. They want me to kick a 57-yard field goal. I don't know if I trust my guy to kick a 57-yard field goal. Last season, we had a real good reputation of throwing deep balls to DJ Moore. So I'm going to try it here again. DJ Moore down the field. Touchdown, Bears! I should have just had DJ Moore run it the entire time. He is so good at those vertical routes down the field. Oh, my God. And a great throw from Caleb Williams. It's 28-0. I might let the boys just handle this. 31-0 into the fourth quarter. 34-0. Are we going to shut out the Commanders? Oh, my God. A 34-0 shutout of Washington, who is now 0-4 on the season. Wow. Maybe when we get to trading scenarios, Commanders might be a team that is selling because they are having a god-awful season. Which is kind of strange because I thought Jaden Daniels was good enough, and that team was good enough to have at least a couple of wins this year, but apparently not. Luke Lachey gets an upgrade point. That's nice to see. And we've probably got maybe 2 more games in this episode. We'll probably play the Chiefs and the Seahawks, and that'll be where we end today's video. The Chiefs are 4-0, and so are we. This is a battle of absolute dominant teams, but only one team can remain undefeated. Well, I guess that's technically not true because we could tie, and then both teams would technically still be undefeated, but you know what I'm talking about. This is not going to end in a tie. Either we're going to lose or we're going to win. There's only 2 results that can happen in this game. We are the best defense in football. They're one of the best offenses in football. Let's go and prove which side of the ball is better. It is a battle of the two best quarterbacks in football, Patrick Mahomes and Caleb Williams. Who is going to come out on top? We're on the road in Kansas City. This is not the environment you want to be in if you are trying to remain undefeated. But we ask for the best because we are the best. So, and to be the best, you got to beat the best. We got to try and beat Kansas City here in their own place. They've got a great team. They're undefeated. So are we. I don't think we ever came across them last year. We certainly didn't play them in the. I don't think we played them in the regular season. And then obviously we didn't play them in the postseason because we didn't get to the Super Bowl. So this, I think, is the first time Caleb Williams and Patrick Mahomes have ever met. Oh, Chris Jones absolutely monstered me. This could be a game where we don't run the ball at all. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting right now from this game. We might not be able to run this football whatsoever. I pressed the wrong button. That was close. That was real close. I did not mean to press R1. I will say that much. Or I guess I did mean to press R1. I thought that he was running a different route, basically. I thought he was going to be running a different route. I'm not punting this football. I know that it's basically giving the Chiefs a touchdown if we don't get this, but I've got to go for it. I've absolutely got to go for it. We're going to go for it. It's pick six. Chiefs are up 7-0. You see, what happened was I threw that to Cole Kmet, not realizing that you can't throw that type of route in Madden. It gets picked off 19 times out of 10. So that's my bad. I will take responsibility for that one. That is my fault. Didn't mean to throw that. But it's 7-0 now. We're down, and Patrick Mahomes hasn't even scored a touchdown just yet. That's how they get you. That's how the Chiefs beat you. Mahomes doesn't even have to score, and they still take the lead. Is DJ Moore goated here? Nope. It's going to be Tyreek Hill across the middle of the field. Good job, Tyreek. He's already got 3 catches for 36 yards. He's kind of going crazy. I didn't realize I thrown to him already that much. We're going to try to run this away from Chris Jones, but he might just be so good that it's not possible. Although that's a great run for DeAndre Swift. Stiff arm, couldn't get his hand out there. That's a really good run for DeAndre Swift. And if we get those type of runs, then we might still be able to hand this ball off in this game. But I don't think it's going to be that consistent, unfortunately. I'd like it to be. Ooh, they covered Rome really well there. That's kind of annoying. I was hoping Rome would be super open. But they played that really well. All right, we'll try with this on the play action. And Rome's going to be open. He'll get the first down. He'll get up to the 16. Maybe the mesh post? Is that a good idea? Probably not. But do I ever give good ideas? It's always bad ideas. Playmaker. Who's going to be? It's going to be Rome. Get up the field. Rome Odunze, how did you get a hand on it, man? No. No, no, no. Oh, I thought that playmaker was going to be beautiful. Oh, it's annoying. That's absolutely annoying. Oh, no. Oh, no. Nope, just throw it away. Don't take a sack there. That'd be absolutely heartbreaking. McDuffel bag is going crazy right now. 3rd and 10. Gotta find this first down. Who's going to get it? It's going to have to be a scramble, isn't it? Caleb Williams, end zone, touchdown, Caleb. That's number 5, baby. He's going absolutely insane. Mahomes gives the ball right back to the Bears. The only reason they have 7 points is because I threw a stupid pick 6. It could be 7-0 right now. Or maybe 14-0 if we would have scored. DeAndre, look at DeAndre Swift go. He breaks a tackle. That ball came out. He got rocked. DeAndre Swift got absolutely bodied, and the ball pops out. Chiefs recover. Oh, we're in shambles right now, and now Mahomes scores. Of course he does. Of course that freaking frog scores a touchdown on us off the turnover. Tyreek. Oh, good God, Caleb. That was a really awkward throw. He led him right to the other defender, but he's able to get it. We call that right before the 2-minute warning. Oh, they're playing it this time, but maybe not. Tyreek Hill again! Back-to-back throws. It works to perfection. 5 catches, 73 yards for Tyreek. And we've got to try our very best to get a touchdown here. We cannot let this snowball. That's how the Chiefs take you out. They let the game snowball. They score a couple of touchdowns, and just like that, in the blink of an eye, you're down 28-0. We can't let that happen. Caleb's got his X Factor activated, so running gun is now active. Which I'm not sure. Running gun means you can throw accurate deep balls on the run, right? That's what that means? I'm pretty sure. Let's go underneath. That's Tyreek, and he should be able to take this for a touchdown, and he does. We tie it back up with 47 seconds to go in the half. Good job, Tyreek. Mahomes and the offense can't score on their opening drive or the end of the second, or what? The end of the first half, they can't score. So it's still 14-14. We've been able to control this game for the most part. Roma Dunze catches and holds on to the 39. Good job, Rome. And we can go with a little maybe stick play. Let's send Tyreek deep and hope something happens here. I think DJ Moore's got it. If that ball can get over the head. DJ Moore, he's going to have it. DJ Moore is good for about one of those a game. Down the field, beast. 21-14, but the Chiefs score to make it 21-21. They're not going to make it easy, are they? They are not going to make it easy. We're going to have to keep on fighting for our very life here against the Kansas City Chiefs. Let's see. What do we call here? Maybe the play action cross? I really hope that DJ Moore gets open on this. It's possible, but it's not likely, especially given the time. Although he probably would have been open, out of reach on Roma Dunze. Oh, Caleb, what are you doing, big dog? It's kind of annoying. You got to be accurate there. Is Cole Kmet open enough? I think he might be. Cole Kmet holds on. Strong hands, Cole. Big, strong hands. 217 and 2 touchdowns, 3 including the rushing touchdown. And with about a minute 20 to go in the quarter, we might have a Roma Dunze slot fade. Or we have a DeAndre Swift throw. Oh, across body, we're able to hit that throw. That was a tough one. That was a tough one. Got to get DeAndre Swift involved in the action, even if it's not on the ground. We'll go right back to him here, and he's going to run right into a couple defenders for a couple yards. Are the teammates beefing right there? What are they talking about there? Was that Nick Bolton and somebody? I'm not sure. Caleb. Oh my God. Tyreek went full Superman to catch that one. Huge. Absolutely massive diving catch from Tyreek Hill. I was hoping that he'd catch it in stride and just take it in the end zone, but I'll take a catch regardless. Hopefully we can punch this in. Starting the fourth quarter. Handoff Swift. Trying to get around. I got stuck behind my center. Stuck behind the center. That's okay, because we still got second and goal. Motion Swift out of the backfield. Fire Cole Kmet. He just drops down. Third and goal from the 2. All right. Third and goal from the 2. I can't call a run play because Chris Jones is right there. He's going to blow it up absolutely. But I can't scramble because I kind of got stuck there. Caleb goes down on a sack. We got to kick this field goal. As much as I don't want to, we have to get points against the Chiefs, especially in the fourth quarter. So we will take a 24-21 lead. And we get the ball right back. The defense is goated. The Chiefs give us the ball right back on a turnover. I don't know if it was a Patrick Mahomes interception or maybe a fumble. Not sure, but I don't care because we have the ball back and DeAndre Swift is about to cook. If we can take so much time off this clock and then score a touchdown, that would be absolutely perfect. We'll see if that's going to be the case or not. DeAndre, another solid run up to the 24-yard line. Give me another handoff. Give me another handoff here. There it is. Swift bouncing around. And he gets the first down. That's a generous call. That's a very generous call. We got to put this on the board, though. Got to put this on the board. Who's open? Luke. Luke's open. Luke Lachey, he came back to the football, so he lost a few yards that he would have had if he didn't do that, but it's okay because he still catches it. It's 2nd and 7. We're going to run right at Chris Jones. This is not a smart thing to do, but we're going to do it anyway, and he wasn't even really the one that stopped it. 3rd down. 3rd down for Chicago. If we get this first down, it's going to be super useful. Handoff, Swift bouncing, got the first down. DeAndre, he keeps fighting, and he's to the 4. And the Chiefs will start using timeouts. That was a great run by DeAndre. He got some extra yards. He was kind of like floating on top of somebody. Handoff to Swift again, and Swift will be in. They called it. He's in for a touchdown. That's a 10-point lead for the Bears. And with no time left, the Chicago Bears will be the one team that comes out on top and stays undefeated. Caleb Williams and the boys. Caleb outperformed Patrick in that game, as you would expect, because Caleb Williams is better than Patrick Mahomes. What a play, what a game, and we're the team that stays undefeated. We got to check the standings real quick. Are we the only team now that's undefeated? Ooh, DeAndre Swift now is officially over or at a 90 overall, so that should help him in simulation. The Eagles are still undefeated. How many teams are undefeated? There's 3. Eagles, Ravens, and Bears. There was 4, but the Chiefs just lost. So 3 more teams remain undefeated here in the NFL. But we haven't simulated their seasons just yet. Or simulated their weeks. So they could lose. The Eagles won. And so did the Ravens. Everybody's 5-0. Everybody is 5-0. And I did see right there that the Commanders and Giants and Falcons are all still winless. My God, I didn't think that the Commanders would be that bad. But we got one more game in this episode. It's going to be at home against Seattle, who is 3-2. They're having a fine season, nothing too crazy, but we should be able to handle them and stay undefeated for the entire episode. Final game of the episode, and we start our first possession of the game on offense with the football, trying to take down the Seattle Seahawks, who actually have Mac Jones as their starting quarterback. I saw that as the game was loading in. We have Mac Jones, so no wonder they're 3-2. Because they got the Mac attack. They got Big Mac on their squad as their quarterback, which is not an ideal quarterback to have on your roster, although I'd rather have him than a couple other quarterbacks probably. But I wouldn't rather have anybody else other than Mr. Williams as we try to take down the Seahawks, stay undefeated off the hands of DJ Moore, incomplete, although Devin Witherspoon made a good play on that ball. That's okay, because he did intercept it, so that means we still got possession, and DeAndre with the strength just to run through that. Are they going to press up? They absolutely are. So we'll keep an eye on Tyreek and DJ Moore on the corners. And fire that into Rome Odunze. I almost said Rondale Moore. He is most certainly not on the team. Where is he even at now? Is he in Arizona still? I don't remember. Underneath, that's Luke Lachey. Big catch. Good job, Luke. And we will go back on offense with a handoff. Just a simple handoff to DeAndre Swift. And that was not that simple. Gain of a couple, though. 3rd and 1. I believe we can get this. Yes, we can. DeAndre can get a little bit more, too. Good job, DeAndre. Can I hit DJ Moore with the touchdown pass here? It's going to be a little risky. Nope, 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 nope. I certainly cannot do that. Maybe a handoff again? I'm not sure what the game plan is here. Handoff. Oh, Swift's in easy. It wasn't that easy, but he's in. I'll take it. I might let the CPU handle a little bit of this. Oh, maybe I shouldn't. Okay, maybe I thought that I thought I could trust the the CPU offense, but they can't do anything apparently. We make it to the third quarter, 7-7. I should be able to hit that, and I can. Big catch from Roman Dunze. Big catch from Adunze. And we're going to go underneath like we always do to Tyler Scott. Maybe a play action boot could work, possibly? Question mark? Something to get Caleb out on the throw. That's a risky one, but it gets over the head of the defensive lineman. If that's online, that gets picked off 100% of the time. Absolutely. It gets lurked. This could be money. And it is. DJ Moore, big catch. Good job, DJ. And we're almost to X Factor unlocked or activated for Caleb Williams, so that's going to be pretty useful. I don't know if this is... I don't like this play. Doesn't usually work for me, but I'm going to try it again here, and that's why I don't like to play. That's a pick six. That's why I don't like that play. I shouldn't have thrown that route, to be fair, but that play just in general doesn't have any options. It's just not a good play, I don't think. Not in Madden, at least. All right, Tyreek with the catch. Now we got to score here to try to tie the game instead of taking the lead. I've completely screwed us because I made a bad choice. We go to the fourth quarter. I had this game easy. It was in my hand. I had control of it, and I threw it away with a stupid throw. Very, very stupid throw. I got to try to scramble here with Caleb. Can I get away? Oh, that was close. I hate to say it, but I think the streak of Caleb Williams rushing touchdowns this season might end here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get one with him. I'm really just going to try to score. I'm not going to try to force anything with Caleb on the ground if it's not there. Snap up before everybody's set. Fired in. Tyreek intercepted. The ball just... It didn't go far enough. The ball didn't go far enough, man. It's 21-7. This one's over. That's a very annoying way to lose. I'll say that much. That's the 2-minute warning. And losing a game like that, our undefeated season's over just like that. Because I threw 2 picks. And that one shouldn't even have really been a pick. Oh, that's frustrating. All right, whatever. I knew we weren't going to have a perfect season. That's too hard to do. It's another interception. Wow, okay, I'm just throwing anything now, I guess. Wow. That's the ball game. Although the Seahawks gave us the ball right back. We scored again while I wasn't even playing, but Seahawks hold on to beat us, and our undefeated season will come to an end. That's a tough way to lose, I'll say that much. Especially with throwing 3 interceptions with Caleb. I've been so efficient this episode. And then the final game of the video is a game like that. That's tough. But we knew we weren't going to have a perfect season. That was just never going to be possible. It's too difficult to do that. Although the Eagles are doing it right now. Next episode, we'll play a few more games. We might even make some trades in the next episode. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll have to find out in that one. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watch. I truly appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.